I wasn't going to, but I am. I was gonna make this next week, but Bungo Stray Dogs. Another new episode this week. To my surprise, why? Why is this happening? I do not know. It was probably the best episode for the season so far, so I'm wondering why they released it pretty much the same day they released episode 15. This episode, man, it was bound to happen. We were all predicting it. I wish it was Ango. The author decided on his own behalf to kill off Oda. And if there's one big problem I have with this episode, there's only one problem. It's kind of major, but you know, it's alright. I just felt like this episode was very rushed. It was fast paced. This could have easily been an epic 2-episode battle, but they rushed it really quick because, you know, it's a flashback. We need to get back to the present, and I understand why they did it, but it could have been so much better if it was a 2-parter. And yeah, that's pretty much my only fault with this episode. But other than that, man, it was fucking beautiful. He was just becoming a good character, man, and you know, he died the way he wanted to. There's a lot of symbolism going on too with the whole people live to save each other. Obviously, man, he means that his purpose in life was to save Daizai, and he finally realized that exactly when he died. And you know, at least he was able to die without any regrets. He was able to accomplish everything he wanted to, except for the whole writing bit. But in the end, his death did good for Daizai, and I love how it was portrayed. I kind of wish Daizai cared more. I don't even think he cried, so I just wish they would have shown more emotion. I don't know if it was a time issue. Maybe they couldn't do it because they had no time for it. But I kind of wish he showed more emotion. He was his friend, so I wish he would show more emotion. Is it too much to ask for? But alright, I get it. So, you know, I'm not gonna cry. It's sad seeing him go, but we all saw it coming, and it was bound to happen. So, rest in peace, Oda. You were a good character. At least we got to see you in anime form, not just a light novel or manga, whatever this show is adapted from. So, that is pretty much it. That is the main focus of the episode. The battle was very nicely done. I loved how they incorporated the opening with the battle. A gun battle. We don't really see those very often. A fight just with guns. Now with anime, it's all supernatural powers, all that stuff. I like a good old-fashioned gunfight, and that's what we got. Nicely done, nicely choreographed. My focus was fully on the battle the whole time. It was so nicely done. Like I said, man, they could have done it better if it was a 2-parter. If it was 2 episodes of this, it could have been way more epic. Could have been on that Fate Zero when Kirigi fought Kayama. I think that's him. They rushed it. Still wish it was 2-parter. I cannot repeat myself enough. I just could imagine myself orgasming if it was a 2-parter. But then, like I said, man, it was a pacing issue. They had to get to the present time. We also get to see how Daizai was introduced to the Bungo Stray Dogs when he actually entered. He gets recommended by the other guy. Also, we find out that the Port Mafia boss, man, this guy, he has to die. He pretty much manipulated everything in which he could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. He let Mimic enter, he let the Special Ops enter, and he let Oda go out there, take care of Gide, the leader of Mimic, so he doesn't have to get his hands dirty. So he pretty much killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He didn't really give a shit about Oda, and Daizai sees that, which makes him not want to, with the help of Oda. He doesn't want to follow this path anymore. He wants to help people. It takes Oda's death for him to realize that. Beautifully done. A lot of symbolism going on. And I was wrong when I was talking about Oda's flashback with the person telling him to write your own story. He was actually the author of the story he was reading, and he knew that he was a hitman. So, you know, he kind of changed his path. I can't go really in depth with this. I don't really have time. Like I said, man, this comes out every Tuesday, so I'm really shocked it came out so early. Like I said, the best episode of the season so far. It's only gonna get better, man. There's a reason why this was showed first. Can't wait for Daizai to show who's boss. I can't wait, man. I'm getting hyped just thinking about it. Dies Like Greatness is coming, guys, next week. Stay tuned. Thanks, guys. See you on the next video, guys. Sayonara.